Our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete here. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. Line
of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go now. 3.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his target, Fuller. The 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 74 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Luck now to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. Give him 30 yards there.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston that he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. To throw is Luck. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now back to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are in for 6. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Luck on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 64 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And Luck opting not to run a play. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
12. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Escaping the pressure right. Room past the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4.8 40.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Middle.
On 1st down, Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamison Crowder, 75 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, 61 yards. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a first down throw. Luck. This one caught by Crowder. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards for a guy who didn't throw a football for 500 days. Luck's looking pretty sharp here early in the year. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Nice move by Lewis. This will be caught inside the 10. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jamison Crowder, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding room at the 30. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their...
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now he'll escape to his right. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good reception there, the Colts on the march.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, Locke. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Luck now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Luck. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
11Z, 59.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even though that's an incompleted pass, shouldn't we give a whole lot of credit to the offensive line?
Yet again, time in the pocket to throw. Time and time again, we have seen that. And you're right, the O-line winning the battle in the trenches. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it into Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Now let's see how the offense is still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Luck now on second down. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after them now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. To throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Houston. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Davis. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And shedding through the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans cut into that lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 50 yards. And Luck opting not to run a play. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Tempo. To your right. Motion. Yeah, easy.
57 to Mike.
A shotgun snap for Luck. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gone! 4 down. Alert.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the end.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Throwing now, Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Colts on